Did you know some of the world's most successful people worked hard in silence before shocking the world with their success? Think about Steve Jobs. While everyone was busy talking, he was quietly designing the iPhone that would change our lives forever. Oprah Winfrey didn't need to brag. She built her empire step by step while others doubted her. Elon Musk spent sleepless nights working on rockets people thought would fail. And now, SpaceX is launching dreams into the sky.
3, 2, 1. Vehicles pitching downrange.
Even Beyoncé, yes, Queen Bey, disappears for months before dropping an album that shakes the world. These legends didn't just talk. They hustled in silence, stayed focused, and let their success do the talking. Want to know why and how you can do the same? Let's dive in. There are a number of reasons why it is necessary to work quietly when starting out, and even on certain important occasions. These reasons or findings are based on shared experiences that have worked for a lot of renowned figures. I shall be listing and sharing 5 of the reasons why and how you can achieve similar impact. Please pay attention to this video. First on the list is what may be tagged the power of quiet hustle. You must understand that silent effort allows you to focus completely on your goals without the distractions or judgments of others, leading to consistent progress. I'd like to tell you about a woman named Clara. Clara worked tirelessly in a bakery for years, rising before dawn to knead dough while the world was still asleep. People often asked, "Why don't you open your own bakery?" But Clara would just smile and say, "In time." Behind the scenes, Clara was working hard in silence. She saved every spare dollar, studied baking techniques from all over the world, and perfected recipes that no one else had. When her bakery finally opened, it wasn't just any bakery, it was the bakery in town. Clara's secret? She didn't just work hard, she worked quietly. The thing about silent work is that it keeps the naysayers at bay. If you're building your dreams out loud, everyone feels the need to chime in. Uncle Bob will say, "Isn't the market too saturated?" Or your friend might ask, "Do you really think this will work?" The chatter can become a noise that drowns out your focus. Instead, think of your dreams as seeds. Seeds don't shout, "Look at me," when they're planted. They grow underground, hidden from sight, until one day they burst through the soil as something magnificent. That's what silent hard work does. It nurtures growth unseen, until the world can't ignore your success. There's a verse in Proverbs 12 verse 23. The prudent keep their knowledge to themselves, but a fool's heart blurts out folly. The Bible, in its infinite wisdom, encourages us to keep our plans close to the chest. Imagine if Noah had stopped every few planks to live stream his progress on the ark. "Hey guys, what do you think of this angle?" He might never have finished before the flood. One day, 2 friends decided to train for a marathon. One bragged about every run, posting stats and selfies. Crushed 5 miles today. The other quietly laced up her shoes every morning and ran in silence. Race day came, and guess who finished first? The silent runner left the selfie king eating her dust. Why? Because she spent less time talking about running and more time actually running. However, here's a joke to remember. They say silence is golden. Unless you're at the gym trying to sneak out early, then it's suspicious. However, before we proceed, here are a few important takeaways from this first part. Honestly, this actually always blows my mind each time I go through this video. Number 1, mute the noise. You may need to uninstall some apps if you must. The more you focus on others, the harder it becomes to focus on your journey. Number 2, be consistent. Like Clara, show up daily. Success isn't about grand gestures. It's about the quiet grind. Number 3, celebrate privately. Small wins are still wins. Let them fuel you, but don't feel the need to announce every step. The second reason to note is that there is the idea known as the science of silence. You must understand that silence fosters mental clarity and creative problem solving, enabling you to perform at your best without external noise. Now picture a guy named Ben. Ben was the office underdog. He wore the same 3 shirts on rotation, and his lunch was always a sad sandwich. But Ben had a dream, to become a tech entrepreneur. Every lunch break, while others gossiped, he coded. Every weekend while friends partied, he learned. One day, Ben walked into the office in a sharp suit, handed in his resignation and said, "I just sold my app for $1 million. The room went silent. Ben had shocked them with his success. When you work quietly, no one sees you coming. It's like pulling off a great prank, except instead of scaring someone, you inspire awesomeness. People underestimate quiet workers because society values noise. But noise doesn't equal progress. A train whistle might be loud, but it's the engine that gets the train moving. David, the shepherd boy, is a classic example. While his brothers were out there flaunting their strength, David was in the fields, quietly practicing his slingshot skills. When the time came to face Goliath, it wasn't the loud warriors who defeated the giant. It was David, the silent worker. Take note of this fun part. There's a magician who spends hours perfecting a single trick. He practices in secret, away from prying eyes. When he finally performs, jaws drop. The trick itself isn't what's impressive. It's the time and effort he put into making it flawless. That's the beauty of shocking success. It looks like magic, but it's really just silent preparation. It really can be lovely to shock people with your success. Please do share your points in the comments section from what you have learned. Thirdly, turning doubt into determination. You must understand that doubt, when channeled positively, pushes you to strengthen your skills and prove to yourself that you are capable of succeeding. One lady named Sarah had every excuse to give up. She lost her job, went through a breakup, and was drowning in debt, all in 1 month. But instead of wallowing, Sarah got to work. Not on her job search, not on her bank account, on herself. She journaled daily, meditated, and read books that inspired her. Slowly, her inner world became stronger than her outer chaos. When she finally landed her dream job and met the love of her life, people called her lucky. But Sarah knew her glow-up wasn't luck. It was the result of relentless inner work. Success isn't just about what you do, it's about who you are. If your inner world is chaotic, no amount of outer work will fix it. It's like planting seeds in rocky soil. Nothing will grow until you clear the rocks. Jesus often withdrew to quiet places to pray, Luke 5 verse 16. Even the Son of God needed moments of silence to recharge. If Jesus took time to do the inner work, who are we to skip it? Imagine driving a car that rattles every time you accelerate. You can ignore it and turn up the music, but eventually it'll break down. That's your inner world. Fix the rattle now or deal with a full-on breakdown later. Another takeaway joke. Why don't skeletons fight each other? They don't have the guts, but you do, so get to work on your true self. For you to be able to work quietly and succeed openly, you need the gift of patience. So fourthly, patience allows you to build a solid foundation for success, ensuring that the results of your hard work are sustainable and meaningful. Now, let me tell you a story about the Chinese bamboo tree. This tree doesn't grow at all for the first 5 years after it's planted. Not an inch. Imagine watering and caring for something for 5 years with no visible results. Then, in the 5th year, something magical happens. The tree grows 90 feet in just 6 weeks. Now, did the tree grow 90 feet in 6 weeks, or did it take 5 years? The truth is, the roots were growing deep, preparing to support the massive height. That's life. Sometimes you're working hard, staying silent, and it feels like nothing's happening. But beneath the surface, your roots are growing strong. Galatians 6 verse 9 says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Patience is part of the process. Think of Joseph in the Bible, sold into slavery, thrown into prison, and forgotten for years. But when the time was right, he became a ruler in Egypt, saving countless lives. Patience is truly hard, I know, right? Imagine waiting 5 years for a pizza you ordered to be delivered. You'd probably forget you even ordered it. That's how hard patience can be in real life. Yet we all need the gift of patience for sake of solid foundation. Okay, have you learned something? Feel free to share in the comment section. 5th reason, surround yourself with builders. You must understand that the right people in your circle act as both a support system and a source of inspiration, amplifying your chances of achieving greatness. Imagine trying to build a house. You show up with bricks, but your team shows up with balloons. No matter how hard you work, the house won't stand because your team isn't aligned with your vision. Your dream requires the right people. Find those who bring bricks to the table, not distractions. Oprah Winfrey once said that her success wouldn't have been possible without her best friend, Gail. When Oprah doubted herself, Gail reminded her of her greatness. Everyone needs a Gail, someone who builds you up instead of tearing you down. In Exodus 17, Moses needed help to win a battle. When his arms grew tired, Aaron and Hur held them up, ensuring victory. Even Moses, the great leader, couldn't do it alone. Okay, let's flip it. Remember the story of Jonah? His shipmates weren't builders. They threw him overboard. Now, if your friends are quick to throw you out of the ship, they're really not your crew. Try to get the joke here. Why did the construction worker bring a ladder to the bar? To raise the roof, but only with the right crowd. So far, I do hope you are enjoying this video as much as I did preparing it. So, I strongly request that you kindly subscribe and share this video to encourage us further and to enable YouTube recommend the video more to those who might need them. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Obviously, there are actionable takeaways from this video. I'd like you to share them in the comments section. Now let's wrap this up with some real-life power moves. Ever heard of Bishop David Oyedepo? He quietly built one of the world's largest church auditoriums and even universities, while many doubted his vision and capability. Or T.D. Jakes, he didn't just wake up a global name. He worked silently for years, perfecting his craft before stepping into the spotlight. He even recounts that one particular message brought him to limelight, "Woman, thou art loose," as if that was the only message he has preached. Even Joel Osteen had to keep his head down, mastering storytelling and leadership, before becoming a household name. He was rarely seen or recognized amongst his father's many top staff, but that did not stop Joe from working hard where he was. Guess what? Someone was observing him and recommended him when the time came. And it's not just in faith circles. Look at Baba Jide Raji Fashola in Nigeria. He transformed Lagos into a mega city. But he started out working unnoticed in the government before him, and guess what? He was probably not aware that someone had his eye on him. Peter Obi? A man of action more than words, focusing on results rather than noise. Peter did it for banks, he also did it for Anambra State. And then there's Eric Trump, who masterminded behind the scenes to strategically support his father's comeback in 2024 US election. Okay. The lesson is clear. Success favors the ones who stay focused, stay quiet, and work with unwavering determination. So what's your move? The world doesn't need your updates, it needs your results. Go out there, hustle in silence, and shock them with your success. Conclusion. Truly in silence, greatness grows. Work hard when no one's watching, shock the world when they finally see you, and remember, the best success stories are written in private. So what are you waiting for? Go write yours.
Okay, if you have watched up until this time, it means you are enjoying this video. Kindly click on the subscribe button if you haven't to subscribe and encourage us. Please, we need that encouragement to do more awesome videos like this. One more thing, please be sure to click on the like button, comment, and share to others. Aww. Thank you so much and remain blessed.